Stimulus hypocrites. Remember how there have been all of these deals that were supposedly struck related to health insurance, related to the stimulus, TARP, so on and so forth. There's actually a lot of members of the House and Senate that voted no on the stimulus, but are saying yes, please, to a number of dollars coming from different places. And I'm just going to run through a handful of them for you. And a lot of these are pretty extraordinary. Richard Shelby, senator. During debate on the stimulus, he said the package was the socialist way. Later, he joined Republicans from Alabama to ask for $15 million for the Kogan grass eradication and control programs, whatever that is. Mean Jean Schmidt, representative, she said in November, it's time to recall the stimulus funds that have not been spent before the Chinese start charging us interest. Well, just a month prior, she sent a letter asking for money herself. South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, who was not hiking the Appalachian Trail, but was having an affair in my home country of Argentina, he had the harshest words of all about the stimulus package, saying it would lead to a thing called slavery. Apparently in South Carolina, it's okay, because February 4th, Governor Sanford flew to Washington to demand $300 million in stimulus money. Representative Paul Ryan called the stimulus a wasteful spending spree that misses the mark on all counts. 6 months later, he started asking for money to place 1,000 workers in green jobs. No surprise, no need to even discuss this. It's just interesting to point out there is hypocrisy here. If you're so against it, don't go around asking for that exact same money. CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Committee. There's so much going on here that I want to touch on. And the first is that the crowd goes absolutely crazy with the introduction of Newt Gingrich. They even play Eye of the Tiger as he walks in. Take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the 58th Speaker of the House of Representatives, Newt Gingrich.
All right, and we won't even listen to it. Actually, it takes longer for Newt Gingrich to get up on the stage at CPAC than it took Barack Obama to shake hands with everybody in the House of Representatives during his State of the Union address.
You can't just run up there. You gotta tease people. You gotta, let them get fired up.
You have to schmooze. And then here's a highlight from the actual speech Gingrich gave. He says the radical left is a secular socialist machine.
I believe we are now in a struggle over whether or not we are going to save America. I believe that the radical left is a secular socialist machine so dedicated to values destructive of America that if it is allowed to remain in power, whether that's in Sacramento, or that's in Albany, or that's in the city council, or that is in the federal government, that machine is antithetical to the survival of America as a prosperous, healthy country based on sound principles.
Okay, and normal scary stuff. Scary black man in the White House, socialist, communist, Pelosi and Reed will destroy the country, Marxism, etc. Okay, there's Newt Gingrich for you. Bob Barr was shouted down at CPAC for saying waterboarding is torture. That's all he said, and people didn't like it. I think we have it.
Have them go to the military, let them torture them for a while. It's not enhanced interrogation techniques. Waterboarding is torture. How would you like to be waterboarded? Try that.
Well, look, let me hey, folks.
So the crowd at CPAC not liking a reference to something that is just illegal. It's illegal. It's like saying speeding is not a crime, and people boo. Waterboarding is legally torture, and that's all. The CPAC crowd not liking it. They took a straw poll at CPAC, and well ahead, Texas Congressman Ron Paul, 31%, as well as Mitt Romney, 22%. So according to CPAC, it's Ron Paul that people actually want to see. And this again goes with what Mike Huckabee said. CPAC is becoming more and more libertarian. Interestingly enough, at the very bottom, Haley Barbour, who actually might be a good candidate for the Republicans.
Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman on midweekpolitics.com.
This episode of Midweek Politics has been made possible in part by Just Coffee Cooperative, fair trade coffee from around the world roasted daily at justcoffee.coop.